All right, we are live. Hey, Joleen,
Hey Dan,
how you doing?
I am awesome. How are you?
Cool, cool.
Good.
I'm good. I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool here in Minnesota, as you are too. So, anyway, doing a quick live talk here about the new course that Jolene's got coming up that we have coming up over at Chief Experts, and wanted to just talk real quick about it and let everybody know what's there. So,
Mhm.
uh, let me go ahead and share my screen here, Jolene, and let's just talk about this for a few minutes.
Yeah,
Because I'm pretty excited about this. It's going to be an awesome course. There we go. So there it is. Let me do it this way. Yeah, we'll do it like that. I'll do it
awesome.
like that. Either way. So, Jolene, we've been working together about 4 or 5 years now,
Mhm.
and we're doing this. We talked about this last. God, it's been quite a while now already. So we started talking about this, and so you put together this really amazing course.
Thank you.
And let's just talk about this a little bit because, I'm all about chief architect. I teach chief architect, I teach design, uh, but I'm trying to do a little bit more well-rounded business
Mhm.
things for people.
Mhm.
And marketing is such a big thing that happens in a business. And uh, this will be a great course for designers and contractors. So tell me a little bit about, I know you did a survey that went
Yeah,
out to a bunch of people,
yeah,
and tell me a little bit about that.
yeah. So, you talk to any marketer, and we're going to talk about, data and information drives what you do.
Right.
And so, the very first step is talking to designers and contractors about what they need. And most of them, shared that they've got lots of business right now, but it's not necessarily projects that they love.
Yeah.
And so it causes a lot of stress, and it's also expensive, to weed through your leads until you get the right fit.
Yeah.
So, your marketing actually has a lot to do with attraction. Are you attracting the right people and repelling the wrong people so that you can better leverage your time? So, your marketing efforts need to include conversations about that, and that goes with your branding. And that's a big part of what this course is about is your consistency and making sure that you're paying attention to your marketing. And January is a really great time of year to do that.
Yeah, it is. Fresh beginning. Let's just
Yes.
get the things going. And I know we're working together right now to rebrand my company and redo the website and make it easier for people to find
Mhm.
things and get the message um, a lot cleaner. So
It's a good, you could also consider it a little bit of housekeeping in a way,
yeah.
and taking a good look at all of your channels, meaning your website, your
Hmm.
social media channels, your Google My Business listing, all of the places where your business is represented online, and making sure that you are on brand, that you are the same business across all those platforms, because most of the time we've got an outlier, right? We've got something out there that doesn't represent who we are and what we do. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
And that leads to getting the wrong kind of projects.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I just, you know, there have been plenty of projects I've taken on that I wish I wouldn't have. And
Yep. And then you
so,
end up resenting it and you end up very unhappy,
oh God, I know it's really tough.
right?
It's kind of like, my background is remodeling. So I don't do design full time. I mean, I teach
Mhm.
chief architect, but I do design. I really enjoy doing remodeling projects way more than I do new homes. I
Mhm.
mean, I've done plenty of new home plans, but because of my 20 years as a remodeling contractor, that's my
Mhm.
background. I understand it. I understand the plans remodelers need and how that stuff works. Um, Actually, even more than I understand what new home builders need. Although it's the same kind of components, it just
Mhm.
just takes longer to do a new home, in my opinion. But again, you're going to get different stories from different people. So, if I were doing design full time, I would be attracting remodeling projects. I wouldn't be attracting new home projects because of what I just said. So,
Right.
anyway,
Well,
uh,
and Dan, if I can expand on what you just said. So you used the language that, we all need to have enough self-awareness to communicate and know. And you said, I don't like doing that. I like doing this.
Right.
And that's a really big part of being a good content marketer. Like if you prescribe for yourself things that you need to do for your social media channels, but you don't like to do them, you're not going to do them.
Exactly.
So instead, let's discover what you do like to do.
Yeah.
Because it's a content marketing game, right? It
Yeah.
is what you can create that's valuable, that makes other people's lives better. And how can you do that in such a way that it gets you more leads, grows your business, and makes people stick to you because you've provided them with something valuable? I'm going to demonstrate and help folks discover how they can do that.
Yeah. I think this whole thing about branding your business is so important. It's not just your logo. It's
No.
everything that goes into your business, who you want to work for, what do you want to do, what's this sales funnel you want to take people through.
Well, it's
It's,
your values. It's your
yeah,
identity. It is,
yeah.
if there are any, Dan, I've never asked, are you a Schitt's Creek fan?
Oh, what? Oh, no, I'm not.
Okay. It's just the best show ever. I think I've watched the whole series 3 or 4 times.
I've
It's one
heard
of
good
those you
things
can
about.
have on in the background and you
Yeah.
don't have to watch it. You can just listen.
Yeah.
But anyway, one of the main characters, he talks a lot about things that are on and off brand. And it's a great example. It's a great example of branding, and I love it so, so much. But your brand is your identity, like just like a person. It's what you
Yeah.
value. It's your story. It's what you will and won't do.
Well, if you think
So
about
much.
I'm a corporation. My
Mhm,
corporation is technically a separate person, right?
mhm,
What is that person's identity? And
mhm.
even though it's really me, but still, it's a
Right.
corporation, and so I can think of it that way. Um, it's not a bad way
Mhm.
to do it. It kind of gives you a chance to step outside of the box and look at
Exactly.
things a little clearer. Then
Yeah.
the other thing I know we talk a lot about is that digital footprint. And I know, people that have been doing marketing for a while have a digital footprint. They might be on Facebook, they might be on different social platforms, they have a website, they do email. I mean, so I know we'll talk quite a bit about that too.
Yeah. It's
And
all of it.
so, yeah, it's a big deal. So the course that you put together, and this is
Mhm.
really phenomenal, and
Thank
I
you.
commend you on doing such a great job with this. So you got 6 modules that you'll be doing for this course. Why don't you just tell me quickly about each one of them?
Sure. So we're going to start with, defining your brand. And I just want to say this is more than an esoteric conversation. It's not, kind of these lofty ideas about what your brand is. It's actually about anchoring them down. And, you kind of got to write it down. I mean, you do. You got to figure out, you've got to anchor it and give it roots so that you can build off of it. And so, no matter how you like to do those kinds of things, we've got tools created for you.
Cool.
So you're going to, got to do the work so that you can have a clear idea of what your brand is about. And once you do that, magic happens because you're so much better able to talk to people and create copy, create content, create a
Yeah.
website that's interesting.
Yeah, and that is so true. Keeps you on brand,
On brand.
on
Yeah.
message,
Right. Same
which is
thing.
kind of cool.
Exactly.
So part of this is almost like goal setting. It's like, what do I want to do? It's just
Yeah.
like, what do I want my business to be about? And so that's part of branding. It's just you decide what you want to do, what you want to
Mhm.
focus on. And I mean, it just helps clarify things. And as you move forward, I think it really helps quite a bit.
Well, and
Um,
another great thing about, your brand is it unfolds.
yeah,
It's not like you have to be rigid or stuck.
right,
You can try something and if it doesn't work, you pivot.
right.
Or, you don't sit down and do your brand and then magically overnight everything is where it's supposed to be. It is an entity, right? It lives and breathes and it takes nurturing
Ever
and
changing.
attention.
Yeah.
So, but
So,
we'll move from there. And then we're going to take it, okay, so that's what you want. Where are you now? What do things look like? Is your digital house in order? What is happening on all your channels? Who are you on all of your channels? What are the specific steps you need to take to get all of your entire footprint pointing in the right direction or the same direction?
yeah. So it's a roadmap.
It's a road
of
and
where you've
analysis
been,
of where
kind
you
of
are. Yep,
analysis of where you've been, a roadmap where you've been. And then we can start working on where you want to go, right? That
correct.
kind of what this is all about.
Yep. And there are some businesses who have a very extensive and robust marketing calendar. If that fits you and where you are, that's great. But you don't have to do it that way. It's just coming up with what you're going to do and then doing it.
Yeah,
And this
exactly.
calendar, I'll show you exactly how you can get more control and be much more planful instead of reactionary.
Yeah, that makes perfect
You're
sense.
ahead of the game.
Yeah. All right. And then you're going to talk
So,
about
yep.
website, email, social media.
So this is what I call the Trinity. So if you have your website in order, you have a strong email marketing plan, and if you have a social presence, that's the Trinity. Those are the three things that we all have to be doing.
Yeah.
And what are you doing in those areas? And if you're
And,
not doing it, what can you do? So we're
and
going
none
to
of
talk.
this, none of this has to be complicated. A website can be a
No,
simple one-page website that just tells what you do. Um, obviously, you probably want to do more than that, have samples and all this kind of other things on there, but at least, you want to have a consistent look. Email can be a simple monthly newsletter.
could be.
It could be that simple, or it could be do
Hmm.
lots of emails with different things that you do.
Hmm.
Um, it's just, we can talk about that in social media. I mean, if you're just on one social media platform,
That's okay.
do that one well. You don't have to
Exactly.
be on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and blah, 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 blah. It's like,
Correct.
drive you nuts.
So, so in the Trinity, Dan, the course will help folks discover what they want to do in each one of those areas. And so that's the bite, right? Like you're going to take a bite out of that. And what holds all that together is content.
Yeah.
Your content is present everywhere. You need content on your website. You need it in your email. You need it in your social. So, like I mentioned earlier, you have to be willing to create content that you like to create. Because
Yeah.
if you don't like to do it, you won't.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll have some fun with that because
Yes.
I'm pretty good at creating content
Yes, you are.
often. I mean, I know I should be doing a lot more short videos and things like that. It's just like, yeah, I should be doing a lot of things. My clients would just leave me
Well,
alone.
and but there
But
are questions for us there,
yeah,
right? It is
yeah,
like, what I'd like to help people move past creating content just to create it. We
yeah,
need to create content that is valuable to
yeah,
the people that we're speaking to. And until you do your branding and get on brand, your message could be all over the place. So
yeah.
this is the sequence to come out on the other side with
It is kind of
clear.
cool because there's a lot of simple ways to create content.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Pictures, short videos, and
Yes.
creating videos. Everybody thinks they have to have the big studio quality video, and it's like, not anymore. I mean, that's not the case. And look at us.
Authenticity.
Look at us. We just
Authenticity does.
brought up a quick live video to talk
Right.
about this course. It's like, okay.
Authenticity gets you so much farther
Yeah.
than a Scorsese,
Yeah.
right?
And finally,
And
the
then
have to.
finally, so one of the things I like to tell Dan is, my little joke is, you can get 10 marketers in a room. We're all going to give you different advice. And so because there are so many options and because social media especially is like standing on sand, it just changes every moment. So we're going to go through what you have to do versus what's nice to do
Yeah.
because it can be overwhelming. So we're going to separate that out.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yep,
Kind of like creating a plan for a project. You lay out the plan and you go build it.
exactly.
Cool. And then, this is you, and you've been doing this a long time.
I have,
I know you
yes.
have a lot of clients, and this is what you do. And I got you can attest. I can attest. It's been a long time, and what you've done for me has really worked well. And you've got other testimonials here too of people that are very happy with what you've done for them. And of course, me, I'm the chief architect guy. I've been doing that for a long time, but I've also done a lot of marketing. So it'll be fun to be part of this class so I can, offer my input into what people are doing. So that'll be fun. So it's going to be all the courses will be live, 6 courses. There's going to be the courses, I'll come back to the bonuses in a second. So the bonuses will also have three, oh, here it is, some Zoom calls. So we're going to do 3 Zoom calls where we'll go look at websites. We'll, talk about social media, look at social media channels, and just, have some fun talking about that. So these will be interactive. You can ask questions and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's a big deal in something like this, is being able to get some clarity on what you want to do. So then you're going to
Well, and
offer
then
some bonuses.
we
Go
also
ahead.
provide a lot of assets and tools. And so if folks have questions on those tools, like how do I use this, brand worksheet? How do I use this SMART goals marketing worksheet? Like, I'll be there to help.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, it's one of those things I think people put the effort in up front.
Mhm.
It's like anything. You put some effort in up front, you get it cemented and, set that foundation, so to speak. And then moving forward and building on that is so much easier. It just, again, having a plan, having that solid foundation, I think that's a big deal.
Mhm.
You get some bonuses you're going to have as part of the course.
Yeah. So the first one is, there are a lot of rules to Facebook, especially if you want to do paid advertising. And so this is our little guide on what to do to get banned really fast. And of course, the real rules are in there, but it's a pretty interesting read about
Yeah.
what you can and cannot do on Facebook. The next one is called The Psychology of Sales. And this one is about buying behaviors. And in marketing, what are some of the things that you should always consider when putting together your offers?
Yeah.
And so that you get an offer that converts. So is it time bound? Is it scarce? Is there social proof? There's about 39 of those interesting, just keep this in the back of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
The third one is how to get more local leads. And this is by setting up and really using and optimizing your Google My Business.
Yeah.
And this guide will walk you through how to set it up. And then finally, the last one is, if you want to grow your list and have more people that you are marketing to through email, how can you have a bigger list? And that is by creating something called a lead magnet, which is an irresistible bribe. Like, I'll give you this really great piece of content in exchange for your email. So how can you create those? What are some ideas for what those are? And that is what that final bonus is about.
I'm really excited about the local lead generation, because that's such a big deal for local designers and builders.
And that's on the have to do list, Dan. That's the have to
that
do.
is, and I know you're going to cover that in one of the
Yep.
courses, so that'll be awesome. So again, weekly workshops, be 3 weeks, twice a week in the courses, and then once a week for the Zoom call. Everything will be recorded, so if you can't make one of the sessions or any of the sessions, I mean, you can always go back and review the information. And what else we got? Online community access. Oh yeah, we're going to do an online community, so we'll have a little forum set up for the group so that you'll be able to log in and ask questions through the forum. So that'll be kind of a nice deal. And we're doing all this. You're doing all this for $497. I mean, really a steal at that for everything that you're going to be doing in this course. So people take advantage of that. Who knows how long this will last? So there's a few Q&A things here. If you have questions, let us know. This webpage, which I will have to add because I forgot to put that in the show notes. If you go to chiefexpertsacademy.com, and it'll be on the homepage there where you can click on it, and it'll take you to this page where you can read more get more information and sign up, and we'll see you in the class starting.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to this. So, Joleen, thanks for being here. Thanks for doing everything that you do, and I'm looking forward to going through this with you.
Yep, thanks.
All right.